Hi, this is Smoker Joe Gamer from Twitch and YouTube. Today, as part of my Holiday Buying Guide 2023, I'm going to show you some Metroid Prime Remastered. Now, I did live stream the entire game when it came out. You can find those videos on YouTube, so this is just going to be a quick review. Let's just get right into it. Metroid Prime is one of my favorite games. I think it's one of the best games ever made. I think it's the best Metroid game. I've nothing but nice things to say about it. And this is a remaster, and it looks amazing. And it updates the controls, it does everything that a remaster should do, and they were selling it for only 40 bucks. I bought a digital copy. As you can see, I did beat the game already, but let's go ahead and start a new game on hard. Just so you have something to watch while I'm talking about it. So like many people, I've been just playing the GameCube ROM through the Dolphin emulator. And you know, you upscale the resolution a little bit, do some texture filtering, some anti-aliasing, and it's good. But this is an actual remaster. I think it's worth every penny if you like the original game. If you haven't played any of the Metroid Prime games yet, this is an excellent starting point. You should just get this. I see no reason to go back and get the GameCube or Wii version at this point. Now, if you do want to emulate the game, then your best option is to download the Prime Hack, which is just an alternate version of Dolphin with some enhancements for the Metroid Prime trilogy. So, personally, I never liked the Wii versions because I don't like motion controls. I never beat Metroid Prime 3 for that reason. I was hoping this would be quickly followed by remasters of Prime 2 and 3. Unfortunately, no. Although the rumor I heard is that Metroid Prime 2 will get something closer to just an enhanced port, and I'll take it. I'd be perfectly happy with that too. Because, I mean, these games were already, like, cutting edge when they came out. What is happening here? Okay. Alright. See, the thing is now, even though I'm playing it on Switch with the Pro Controller, and the shooting is on the triggers, I'm still hitting the Y button, because I still feel like I'm playing it on GameCube. Although I believe you can remap the buttons anyways, so. Yeah, it's a good job making it like other shooters, but my muscle memory is screwing me right now. But just look at these graphics though, like who would have thought that the Switch was even capable of this? It really makes me hopeful to see what Metroid Prime 4 looks like, although at the rate they're going, that might end up just being a Switch 2 game. It wouldn't upset me too much. But I mean, you look at these smoke and fog effects and the way that it like fogs up your screen, makes the game a lot more immersive. And then the way that they did the morph ball. So I mean, so many great things going on in the game to begin with, and now you get much better graphics. Look at the reflections on Samus's suit. This is just freaking amazing. So if you want to see a full playthrough, just go through my YouTube videos, you'll find it. Yeah. Okay. And it runs at 60 frames per second, which I think the original did too, though. Although this just doesn't look as choppy. Yeah, look at the sparks. Yeah, yeah, the fire and lighting effects. Don't get zapped. And you can just move the camera with the right stick, which is great, so that's a good update. Of course, you're still fighting the space pirates. I believe they may have updated the music quality a little bit too. And I always get Y and X mixed up. Alright, so what can we do in the pause menu? Well, we can go over to options, controls. Okay, yeah, you can still get, like the classic controls, you can still get motion controls, I believe. Oh, that's fine. X to fire missiles. Sure. Yeah, so there's some other settings you can put in. Oh, right. So what you can do, I think I did this already. Hang on. What you can do is if you go into controllers, change button mapping, you can create, see? Oh, I already did that, see? Okay. Okay, well what is the back button now? No. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. So while you can't map the buttons in the game itself, you can do it through the Switch's built-in utility, as you just saw, and I had created a preset a while back. So now I have it set so that Y is shoot, and so is right trigger, and then A is morph ball, B is jump, Y is, or X is missile. Okay, yeah, Y is to shoot. Okay. I just prefer that because it's closer to the original game, and as you saw, I kept accidentally pressing that instead of the trigger. Alright, cool. But just a very impressive remaster, in my opinion. It really shows what the Switch is capable of when they try. And, you know, hopefully Metroid Prime 4 will look even better than this. If they delay it until the next console, then so be it, you know. Or maybe they'll make it like a cross-platform kind of thing. I don't know. No. Yeah, of course I gotta try really hard not to, like, die right now. This is hard, by the way. I beat it on normal. Now, for some reason, when you press the button to try to use the charge beam, it shoots 3 times first. I don't know why it does that, and I don't know how to make it stop, but what are you gonna do? And this is the old school type of Metroid game where you have to manually save, and if you die, it sends you all the way back. And this guy has like 1,000,000 hit points for some reason. Thank you. Ah, there we go. Nice. And thankfully, this is the first save room of the game. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, it didn't let me just load my save game, from the last save point, and then I could have just kind of explored the world and tried to get more stuff. So this game does not let you do that. Once you beat it, when you load the file as you saw, it just immediately puts you into the next round. Parasite Queen. And, if you're looking for completionism or whatever, make sure you scan everything. So I defeated the first boss. There's also some other bonuses in the game, like you unlock concept art and stuff. There are also some lore entries you can find. So I mean, this is a good example of I would say maybe like hands-off storytelling, or optional storytelling. In other words, you could just play the game and not collect and read all the lore entries. It's all optional. There's no, lengthy cutscenes or conversations that you have to sit through to tell you what the fuck is going on. You just, as much story as you want, and it's something that was later adopted by games like Dark Souls, where they really don't hold your hand, they don't force you to pay attention to a story that you may not even care about. Although there is some very interesting lore if you want it. So, this is before a lot of companies started taking a more cinematic approach to make games more like movies. This is a game that just wants to be a game, And when this game was first announced, I remember thinking, Metroid turned into a shooter, how would that even work? And they made it work. I liked Doom and Wolfenstein and other shooters. So I played this and just thought, this is flipping amazing. How did they pull this off? And the original GameCube version has aged well, in my opinion. And the Wii version would be fine if it wasn't for those stupid motion controls that I don't like. And I personally did not like Metroid Fusion or Metroid Dread that much. I thought they were leaning too heavily into survival horror and stuff like that. A lot of missiles, damn it. Give me those missiles. Next. I'd really like to make it to the planet so you can see what the foliage and the water look like. Oh boy. Don't get smushed. So you do get a couple of these short cutscenes. Oh, look, there's Ridley. They brought him back to life and turned him into a cyborg. You're fucked now, Samus. So they teach you how to use the grappling hook just before they take it away. There it is. See, this Metroid game actually explains why Samus has to recollect all the same power-ups again. There was an explosion that damaged her suit, so everything went offline, and she has to get the upgrades in order to fix various pieces. Symphony of the Night did something similar, where right at the start Alucard loses all his high-end gear when he gets attacked by death. I like it when they actually come up with some kind of reason, right? Because in Super Metroid it was like, well, why doesn't Samus have all these power-ups already? Didn't I already collect these in the first game? And then and the second game? Like, what is going on here? So at least some attempt was made to say, okay, well, this is, she lost her stuff, it got damaged, this is why you have to collect everything again. So in Metroid Prime 2, right at the start of the game, you end up in the Dark Dimension and you get attacked by a bunch of Ing warriors who steal all your stuff. And then you have to, you know, defeat them to get it back. So that was also a cool way of doing it. So look at this. Yeah, so one of my absolute all-time favorite games has been remastered, and it's just, I love it. They didn't change anything else though, and I think that's a good thing. You know, I think it does exactly what a remaster is supposed to do. It updates the graphics and the frame rate. There's new art assets, new visual effects, and $40 price tag, I'd say it's worth it. It's not like those $70 remakes that are actually just remasters. It's not like those remasters that change everything so that it's not really the same game anymore. Yeah, and I can't go more fall. And I'm not sure, but I think they probably removed some of the sequence breaks or other glitches that speedrunners use. So unlike Super Metroid, you do get all your energy back when you um, use a save point. Yeah. So, and just look at the raindrops falling on the visor. I like how the visor fogs up sometimes. And then sometimes when there's an explosion, you can see Samus's face reflected on your screen. So just some really cool kind of immersive stuff that other first-person games weren't really doing yet, I don't think. Ow. Okay. And this is where you go once you get all of the keys, so you can open the path to where the final boss is. But of course, as soon as you open it, then Ridley attacks. He just sat back and let you do all the work. Typical villain. Right. But yeah, like look at that view. Even through the glass. Okay, and then the mushrooms explode into gas there. They blow up if you step on them. I mean, there's some nice reflections going on here. So hopefully the next Nintendo console will have ray tracing, but this is one of those games that kind of proves that you don't really need ray tracing with good enough art direction and the right techniques. You know, you can make things look fine without the hit to performance. Yes, look, now you've got like the sand. Yeah. And unlike the first three games, this one just straight up tells you where to go. You still have to find the right path to get there, but it's really not that complicated. I played Metroid Fusion for the first time like earlier this year, and I couldn't stand it. Like, yeah, they tell you exactly where to go, but then they create this roundabout path to get there. And I found myself in these puzzle rooms where I had to look it up online. It was not intuitive to me. This game occasionally will pop up to say, hey, you might want to go here. But it also doesn't force you along a specific path usually. Like, there's plenty of room for non-linear exploration and backtracking to find extra power-ups. But yeah, I really like these particle effects. The sun rays coming through the roof there. Oh. No, I don't want to fight you guys. So there you go. In my opinion, Metroid Prime Remastered is totally worth buying, whether you've played the original or not. I think it's a great game that has aged well to begin with, but I really appreciate the other quality of life improvements that it does have, especially with regards to controls, camera control. Ow. Ow. Stop being a dick. Alright, but they can't just give you the missiles. Nope. You gotta fight a boss. Ow. I don't think I'm gonna survive this. Okay. So let's see if I can beat this boss, and then that'll be the end of the review. Yeah, unfortunately this is the whole thing. It's meant to be... I don't know if it's meant to be like a targeting tutorial. You can try to shoot them, but it doesn't always work. So the idea is once they stop moving, then you can lock on and fire away. And they're not giving me any health power-ups. And while you're shooting one, another one will ram you from behind. That's, yeah, see, dead. Okay. And then just to show you, this is what happens when you die. You go back to the last time that you manually saved. So one of the advantages to playing the old versions on an emulator is you do have save states. But this is the original intended experience, so that's fine. Anyways, I hope you liked this review. I hope you have a better idea of whether you want to buy this game or not. You know, my opinion is biased, but I did try to be objective here. You can see for yourself the improvements that were made to the game. And I'm really happy that, you know, a new generation of players can fully enjoy this game. Alright, so thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the rest of December for more recommendations. And, yeah, stay tuned. Alright, thank you. See you.